Make a quick little video to show you guys how to use Google Maps to find distances between points. So if you just do a simple search for Google Maps, you can pull it up pretty quick. This is a great resource. You can do so many things with that. So I'm going to show you something that would be easier, and then I'll show you the more difficult aspects of finding distance between cities. Okay, so let's start with something easy. We know there's plenty of roads in the U.S., so one of the regions I assigned was the Everglades. So if we zoom in on the Everglades, one of the cities that you might be interested in finding the distance between would be from Orlando to Tampa. So it would be a pretty easy search. You would simply type in Orlando, Florida, and always use the suggestions that they give you. So once you bring up this city, you know that you're focused in on Orlando over here. To get to another city from Orlando, all you have to do is click the right-hand turn, get your directions, and then type in your other city, Tampa Bay, Florida. And quickly, Google Maps is going to show you, in the U.S. at least, a couple of different destinations you could take through here. I would say be careful in the morning with the traffic. Sometimes they'll reroute you around some traffic and make you go a longer distance, but you can tell pretty quickly that it's going to be about 84 miles from here to here. Okay, so that's easy though. That's in the U.S. I want to show you, I did the Amazon region. So say we do the Amazon region, and say one of my goals is to find the distance from, say, this town to this town. So the first thing I would do is get a walk on this town. So I would type it in and use the auto suggestions that they give me. So I am now zoomed in on that. I've already got my Orlando search there, so I clear that out. Let's see, where did I say I wanted to go to this city right here? So we'll type that in. So that'd be Manacor, and just use the auto suggestions. They're going to be quite helpful. Okay, well that's helpful. There actually is a road that I could take from here to here, and actually I should have started from this city right here. So I should have started my search from here, and that would have been easier. So that's great. But let's look at something that's a little more remote. Let's say we're trying to get from here to here. Alright, so I'm going to clear these out, or I'll leave that one on there. Clear this one out. See if it pulls up this other region right here. See it right there? Okay, so look, it says, sorry, we could not calculate directions. That's probably because there's no road that exists. If you click over here, you might be able to find flight information, but there's not even saying any flights between these two cities because it's really remote, and if it's in the Amazons. So we are going to do something else. Okay, I've got my 2 points. You could probably leave it on this view. It's pretty helpful because it shows you kind of a river route. You could also switch it to the Earth view, which is what I did. So you would 2-finger click, and you would start from your city, and you would say measure distance. And now, every time I click, it's going to add a distance vector onto the path. So this is super cool. I can calculate a path down this river that is going to be the shortest route, and I'm guessing this is exactly how you are transported in the Amazons. So the more points you add, the more accurate it would be, but I can see that roughly it's 195 miles down the river from this city to this city. Your goal is to try to connect all the dots on your map together. I'm going to go back and show you the finished product one more time so you can see what your finished graph is supposed to look like. So your finished product, if this ever loads, your finished product is supposed to look something like this, where you have connected every single dot on your map together by some route. So this was easy. I only had, I think, like 15 or 16 cities on here. Some of your regions have a lot more cities, but my guess is if you have more cities, you probably have more roads, and so it'll be easier to find a route between each city. The goal is to build a transportation network where you can get from one city and you can get to any other city in your region on your transportation network. Okay, so as you do this, note, like right here, note that this is a river route and this is a road route. Note the distances. I printed out some maps that should be able to help you with that, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask.